Go, duck. Woo! Hey, isn't that fun? Why do we love music so much? Ducky loves it too. Ducky's my green cheek conure, in case you saw our other video while we were dancing doing the dishes. It was so fun. If you didn't see it, I recommend it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Why do we love vibration so much? Music is a vibration, right? Right, Duck? What is vibration really? You know, when I'm talking about vibration, I'm talking about it on a deeper level, especially when it comes to healing. Now, we know music makes us feel good, right? At least most people like music. Most animals like music. You know what? Even plants like music. There's actually a scientific reason for that. You know how when somebody comes into the room and they give off what we call a bad vibe, you can, actually have a feeling that there's something not right with the person. They maybe have bad intentions, even without saying anything. We've all experienced that, right? You say, hey, that person just gave off a really bad vibe. And there is a reason for that. And your body is built to sense it, obviously, because we all do. We sense vibration, not just in music, but in thoughts and feelings. And there's a lot of science behind it that's awful interesting to study, especially if you're looking to learn to heal yourself. And this is something that I had to do, and I dove in deep, and I'm still learning. But let me show you what I learned so far about vibration and how it relates to healing your body. All right? Okay, so we all know that your body is made up of cells, right? Well, your cells, if you look even deeper, are made up of atoms. Okay, so we have an atom here, and inside the atom, we have neutrons and protons. And protons have a positive charge, and neutrons are neutral, and that's why they call them neutrons. And then on the outside of the atom, this is your atom, we have electrons. Okay, and the electrons are what go round and around the atom. You see the typical picture of an atom that's kind of drawn like that. Well, what those rings are the electrons that are going around and around and around. And each one of these has its own electron, right? Each path. And as they spin around and around and around at like 600 billion times a second, they pass each other, right? And as they pass each other, right? One electron is going around this way and one's going around that way, and they go whoosh and they pass each other. And when they do, they cause a ripple effect. Okay? That's the vibration. Now, a vibration looks like this. It starts off, like a wave, or the wave function. Okay? And it goes down like this, and it gets shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. Can you see that? All right. In this larger part of the wave, that's the part that is visible to our eyes. Okay? And over here, we have solids, like my piano. And what that means is the electrons are actually spinning and going so fast, and that the amount of electrons are making it so that you can perceive it as being solid when you touch it. Okay? As you move from this side of the wave, of the vibration, and you get to these shorter and shorter waves where it's vibrating faster and faster and faster and faster. Then you get into other things, like on this end of the spectrum, where you would have your gases, right? It's no longer solid. And then you get to this part of the spectrum, and then you have even more less tangible things to human beings, like thoughts and emotions, curiously enough. Now, what's really cool is we can measure all of this in a laboratory, including your thoughts and emotions. We can hook your brain up to electrodes and watch you, if you're angry or you're upset, we can see your brain patterns change. And in this section here of the waves of thoughts and emotions, you have subsets of waves, right? You've got over here, the more you go towards the larger part of the wave, the more you have lower vibration, which is like anger, frustration. Okay, and the more you go this direction in the higher frequency, you have the higher elevated emotions, which would be love, gratitude. Now, when you watch my videos, you'll soon learn that gratitude is huge in healing your body. Turns out inducing this vibration in a purposeful manner, meaning getting grateful, actually does a lot of good to the body. Here's another, the military uses vibration as a weapon, right? And what if, just what if, we've been using it as a weapon on our own selves, just by our thoughts, and didn't even realize it? It pays to be happy. It really does. I've got so many examples in my life, and you probably do too, right? Where you see somebody who's just unhappy all the time. Well, turns out it's a decision, right? So now that you know the science behind it and just how awful it is to your body to have icky thoughts and to destroy cells, let's change our thoughts. Let's do a better job. We've got science to prove that it's not a good job to spend your day with negative thoughts. Here's what I do. When a negative thought comes into view in my mind's eye, I recognize it because I've been practicing. And I say, oh, caught it? I caught it. Good job, Groovy Kim, you caught that. All right, deep breath. Especially if I'm having a hard time finding what I should switch my thought to. It's like changing a channel. Remember, frequency? Seriously, change the channel. And guess what? You're in control. You're the station manager. This has a lot to do with the pineal gland, which is located here. You know how you see people in India or other, they put the dot there. That's for a reason, okay? They call it the third eye. There's the pineal gland that's behind there that picks up these vibrations. This is kind of how this all works in your body, right? So vibration is very important. Think about what you've been thinking about. If it's negative thoughts, quit it. I mean it. Practice quitting it and practice something else. Turn to your breath work, and you'll be amazed, just that alone, by paying attention to your thoughts. You may have seen some of my other videos where I ask you to try this out. Become the observer. Just try it on. Pay attention to your thoughts as you go about your day. And you'll catch yourself going on to something else and forgetting about it. But then recapture the moment and go, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this. I become the third person here. I am observing myself. I'm observing my breath, and I'm observing my thought. Oh, there goes that coworker, or that in-law, or, whatever it is that is driving you crazy. Catch yourself, say, good job, I just caught myself. I'm not going to do that anymore. Instead, I'm going to say, yeah, that's the old me. I remember you. I recognize you. You can go over there now. Right now, Groovy Kim has an upgrade, and she doesn't entertain those negative thoughts anymore. At least she recognizes them now when they happen. And just like a little kid tells the old Kimberly to knock it off, you have an upgrade, remember? And the upgrade is negative thoughts towards things and people and other stuff outside of your own self is not important. In fact, it's so unimportant that you need to just leave it alone because it will make you sick. It's important instead to once in a while check in with yourself and go inward for a little bit. Okay, a lot of people meditate in order to raise their frequency or their vibration. And that's an excellent way to do it. I'll do some more videos on that coming up. But for now, working on your breath and realizing the science behind frequency can really give you a head start in learning how to heal yourself. So you've heard of tuning forks, right? Okay. If you tune one fork and you have another tuning fork right next to it, and you bang on one of them, it will make the other one vibrate, even though you didn't touch it. There's more proof for you that frequency is a real thing, and that vibration affects other things, just like ripples in a pond, right? You throw a rock in and it goes across. Well, we are on the frequency here with our thoughts. So just like if you walk in the room and you're upset, people feel it. You're disrupting the frequency. But you're also hurting yourself on a cellular level, let me tell you. Even if you don't know you're doing it, which is mind-blowing. That's why you have to get busy about thinking about what you've been thinking of. Anything we deem to be negative is actually negative. Changing the electrons in your body. Changing the way your cells are either going to heal or become diseased. It's all in the electrons, baby. This is a vibration that you actually have control over. Hey, we found something really groovy. What do you think, Doug?
Hey, won't you please hit the subscribe button? That way you'll be notified when new Groovy Kim videos are available. Alright, thanks. Hit the like button too while you're at it. Cool.